giving some time to start, and yeah, I'm gonna turn on the music. Okay, now if you do not know what this mod pack is, it's called SevTech Ages, and the whole idea is that technology evolves. You start off as a caveman in the Stone Age, and you go all the way up to space travel. Now, I tried this last time, but the game crashed, so I just got on a Sky Factory. But now I made sure to start up the world before I started streaming. So, without further ado, let's start. So, whenever this game decides to actually start working, or is it just gonna crash on the spot? Oh, in my luck, it's just gonna crash on the spot. Ah, much better. Much better. Okay. Oh boy. And the game just crashed. Because, of course. So I'm going to try again. I do not know why the game is not working with me. But I honestly kind of enjoy it. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. But, yeah, if it was for a fact that I started streaming with face cam, I probably wouldn't be doing a face cam. Because there isn't much interesting to look at. But yeah, when it's finally loads, I'm going to start the world. But the annoying thing, kind of, is the restriction. Eh, yeah. Uh. Anyways, when this actually starts, are you kidding me? Uh. But yeah, I am thinking about turning off my face cam. Simple. But, yeah. The kind of annoying thing here is restriction. Like, you can't punch trees. Make sense? So how do you get the stuff? Well, you have to make a hatchet. Well, you need flint, and to get flint, you need a whole load of stuff. Okay. So, yeah. Whenever this decides to start up, my plan is to get a very, very simple base, because you can't even make doors. So what I normally do is that I find a river, and, well, hide. By that I mean I make effectively a hole in the wall, with the only entrance being up through the water. It keeps me safe from hostile mobs, and my poor terraforming skills makes it stand out like a sore thumb. But, oh, hi. But yeah, when this starts, I'm going to look for a river. Because another weird thing is that the only infinite water sources are those in rivers and oceans. I'm going to look for one and call that my base. Because for things like leather, I'm going to need a lot of water. along with simply it's easier to hide my base through going up. Yeah, it's easier to build get in my base going up to mob proof it. Like some hot dogs. Have some lunch while since I normally start at noon. Okay, game, are you going to work with me? Or not? I'm going to just let this load, and as soon as it goes full screen, I'm going to bring you guys over to it. Don't crash again. I like Sky Factory, but I really want to play this one on stream. Oh, thanks for the follow. Game, are you going to work with me? Or are you just gonna crash again? My mom and one of my roommates. He streams too. But yeah. But yeah. Although I am actually working or trying to get into some like multi-streamer things. That way I could expand a bit more. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have very little people. It's like having a little club, but I do want to grow. And I thought for like, oh, you could put up ads and such. I'm like, whenever I see those on like YouTube, I just go, no, thank you. So yeah, I think that would give me even less people, if that's even physically possible. But yeah. But something else to discuss is that there are certain things in this mod pack that are both easier and harder. And you may wonder how that could work. And the reason why is quite simple. It's easier in, let's just give an example, leather. It's much more time consuming to get leather, but you can get a lot more easier. So, how do you make leather? This is gonna take a while. First, when you kill a mob, well, an animal, you get their pelt, which you can use a work tool to turn that pelt into raw hide, which you can use water from a fluid bladder and salt to, well, salt it, then you dry it, and then you combine it with the water and I think resin, which you get from trees, and then you dry that to get leather. Now, it's a lot more time consuming, but an animal always drops their pelt. Unless it's like a chicken, which doesn't have pelt for obvious reasons. But, you get 3 leather a pop, which is really good. So, uh, you can kill a cow, but instead of getting leather, you get hide. You get the cow's hide, which you have to process to get leather. They change a lot of the mob drops. Like, bone is very useful, and as such, most hostile mobs and most animals also drop bones. Yeah, they change a lot of stuff. Like, if I remember correctly, if this ever loads, the steps to actually get a crafting table is quite a few. First, you need twine, which you can get from grass, and sticks, which you can find laying on the ground. Take the twine, combine them. Yeah. Basically, everything on my PC is good, at least from 2 or 3 years ago. But the only issue is that it doesn't have a good export. So yeah, my computer does run a bit slow at times. But you use the twine and sticks to get a filter. Then you have to get gravel. Put the gravel through a filter. Flint. Break the flint against some stone to get flaked flint, and then combine the twine, sticks, and flake flint to get a hatchet. And then you just need 2 bits of wood. You can turn 1 bit of wood into a chopping block, and then put a chopping block on a piece of wood in the crafting table, and you get a a crafting bench. This is a mod pack, a pretty big one. By that I mean, by the looks of it, there's almost 300 mods in this pack, which makes it by far the biggest mod pack that I've used, which is why it's taking an eternity. But the reason why is that there's like easily 10 or so mods just in to restrict your initial bunch. And certain mods are locked behind advancements. Like, you have a minimap mod, but you need to be able to make a map that you only have access to during the medieval era. And yeah, instead of having a standard furnace, which is pretty easy to get, you need a kiln, which does have benefits, like the fact that instead of fuel, you just need a fire, which you can get pretty easily using sticks. Don't crash on me! But for the kiln, you need cobble slabs, which you make the exact same way, but you also need clay, which, again, you get the exact same way. Put it together, and you get a kiln, which, yeah, it has to be placed upon a fire for it to actually run. And it runs like a very, very basic furnace, except more like a blast furnace, where it only does things like turn cobble into stone, and the big one is turn wood into mill-grade charcoal, which you can use to, which acts like netherrack. Yeah, it is fun and very hard. Especially since you don't even get coordinates from F3. So, you have to actually use muscle memory in order to find your place. which is a really big benefit to having your base be near or in a lake or a river. So you could venture out adjacent to the river, so you know how to get back. You could just walk across the river until you find your home. Okay, the game is loading, so whenever I'm able to, I will bring you guys over. Although my mouse is currently in the void. Are you going to crash again? I swear. I didn't expect this to take forever. Why did I pick a mod pack that has a million mods? Game is frozen, and yeah. So, yep, the game is crashing. Okay, so I'm going to boot up again and get to the bathroom. Oh, never mind. The mod pack finally loaded. So, let us start. RL Craft Live. I don't know why it's written down RL Craft, because in my view they're both very difficult mod packs. Well, RL Craft was specifically made to be very, very difficult. This one's more tedious. But something I did mention, something I think is a big plus with, say, Sky Factory, is that sometimes things being tedious make it more rewarding. Which sounds backwards, right? Like, if something is tedious, you shouldn't want to do it. Which is why it's very satisfying when you're given a plan B. Like, really, it's much more satisfying to make a cobble gen when you know it takes an eternity for you to get a single bit of cobble. And that's how I feel about this mod pack, where it's very tedious, but things grow and you get to look back, because I think in the age after the Stone Age, that's when you get a furnace. That's when you get the ability to make the vanilla furnace. And it's much more satisfying to get it because you've had the worst furnaces. Like the stone grill or the kiln, which take around the same amount of time, but they only do it one at a time. Oh, the grill is pretty good because it cooks slightly slower than a furnace, but with fire over low grade charcoal, it's infinite. But yeah, one of the important things I also want to do is start working on getting leather, specifically so I can get a TP, which allows me, which functions as a bed, because you don't even get wool. Instead, you get fleece, which you have to cut up into string using shears or a tool knife. But of course, this is going to take an eternity. So, Yeah, I didn't expect to have a month-long break, but Ian happened. I happened to be right at the worst place possible in terms of Ian. Luckily, we're quite safe. House suffered minimal damage, and yeah, but places nearby were devastated. Okay, but okay, game, are you going to behave? That's good. Or are you just gonna crash on me? Again! Wait for it to load. And here we are. Game is quite laggy. Wait for everything to load. And hey, it looks like we found a river. So this is where I'm going to set up my home. I just need some gravel. Oh boy. Lag. Okay, so video settings. I'm gonna lower the render distance. So that should make the game run faster. Oh, and also, there's evolution in terms of what you know. Like, I know this is a black leaf, or black flower, that can get you dye, but if you just hold it in your hand, you drop it. But you can use black dye. Well, black dye can be pretty useful. So, time to start scavenging. And lowering the difficulty to easy because I am a wimp. Okay. So, that'll give me 4 twine, which is fine. I gotta find sticks. Grabbing some more stone. And got a lot of sticks. Goody. Okay, now that I got what I kinda need to start off. Now, pick a spot for my home. I'm gonna place it nearby some of these farmland. Because, yeah, as you can guess, you cannot use standard farmland. Or, you can't actually make farmland with a hoe. Make this fiber mesh. And let's go get flint. So, all I gotta do... And this is weird. No infinite water source. Because this is not considered a river. That is. So the important thing to start off with is to get a... Yeah, this is a river. So with that in mind, just going to check. Yep, I may actually have this be where I start building my home. But that's a maybe. So, with flint, it is this. Ooh, it's actually really good. That's for thatch, I believe. Which is another thing that you need for a teepee. So let's see if I can remember how to make this. hatchet. So the reason why I've been grabbing a lot of stones is because of how you get... Actually, wait. Yeah, you can punch trees, but it just won't drop anything. So I'm just grabbing a lot of wood. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta find a good place to make my base. Some saplings, which I'll definitely use later. Okay. So... any place good. Oh, and also for food, you actually do have a nutrition level, which does make things a bit annoying. But I'm going to go back where I had the stuff. Okay, what are you? You are beetroot, and you are also beetroot. Just in case, I am going to keep you. I'm going to place carrots there, and if I could get potatoes, that'll be good. Perfect. Because if I plant those, they will grow on their own, despite not being nearby. Well, they are nearby water, but like the plant isn't considered wet. But I think, yeah, this hill will be my home. This is the hill I'm willing to die on. So, or this one, because there's a lot more room. Now, I can make a crafting bench. I'm gonna plant the sapling up like here, whatever. But I want to make a safe spot that I can enter through the water. I'm gonna quickly check, is this part of the river? Yes, it is. Good. So, I'm gonna have this block. Actually, are you also part of the river? Oh, this block is. Which means that I can have that be the entrance block. Now I'm avoiding making a crafting table until I have a safe space to put it. because in some ways, the hostile mobs here are easier, but also harder. There are more dangerous ones, but there are also kind of jokes. Like, they realize how annoying it would be to fight skeletons. So instead, they are trumpet skeletons, where they will throw stuff at you, or where they will use their trumpet and blow you away. Okay, so, how to make a crafting table. First, you gotta turn the wood into a chopping block. Actually, I'm gonna make another one to make it work some. And then make a chopping block. Okay, now when this loads, I got 2 achievements at once. So, outside of the base is where I'm going to put my crafting table, because I need a pickaxe. Okay, so yeah, you get this for free, but if you need more, which you definitely will, just put a rock in the crafting bench, and you'll get a crafting rock. So how do you get a pickaxe? Well, you need twine, 2 pieces of flaked flint, that there. Then I'm going to head inside just to flake the flint. Ah, perfect. Didn't even realize I had enough. But as soon as I get this... Oh wait, no. It is twine, not stick. But now, I'm gonna head into my now base and start mining it out. 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have enough to start really working tool-wise. I'm just gonna build out or break out a bit, and then I'll start actually working on my base stuff while that is happening. Okay, I should have enough wood for now. So, I'm going to put down the chopping block and work stump here, put the crafting rock in there as storage. And you may wonder how I get torches. Because, coal doesn't even exist. I just need some twine. I get a free one for the achievement. And I'm gonna light it, break that, and I'm gonna put you here. That way we have some light to work with. Ah, perfect. Made a window so I could tell the time. But for now, actually, I'm gonna get upgrades. Because, yeah, I can actually get upgrades already. Mainly because I'm gonna throw these 2 in the trash. Because I could take a U and start making more traditional tools. So for now I'm going to make an axe, a pickaxe, and a shovel. that in. And how do I get more wood or more sticks? Well, I could chop this up and I'll get planks. Chop up planks and I get sticks. Simple enough. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm going to have 3 things that are going to be made, that are going to need fire. So I'm just preemptively making holes for them. But right now, hostile mobs should be fine because I have a weapon. Hello, zombies. Yep, clay. Goody. Exactly what I wanted. Picked up those. Graves us are right now useless, but I'm going to keep them just in case. Okay, I have enough to make a kiln, so I'm gonna head out. Why is it lagging? But whatever. I just go into my base, and actually, yeah. Gonna grab these. So this is now an infinite water source. So, I'm gonna make a kiln. So I'm going to place you. And then like this. Grab the crafting rock, and boom, got a kiln. So, I'm going to make... Oh, I'm gonna get more 6. I think... this should be enough? At least... for what I'm going to be doing. Okay. So I'm going to this to make 1 fire. Gonna make 8 of these. So, before I light it and start actually turning into a good one, I'm gonna put some wood in. Okay, putting those in. Make it so I can't get hit. At least aside from piranhas. Which, yes, piranhas exist. Gonna quickly check to see why the music is stopped playing. Probably YouTube shenanigans. Okay. So... okay, there we are you gonna load music? There we go. So, now that that is ready, I'm gonna make another fire. And the important thing I'm going to get from this is charcoal, or rather low-grade charcoal. And like I said, it effective. Yep, there we go. Now I don't have to worry about using. Now I don't have to worry about running out of fire, because keeps going. So I'm going to let this cook up. Be dumb and use the wrong tool. Par for the course. Now I'm just one pair of flame sticks away from having enough flames, at least right now. So, stone grill. Which is really good for, as you can guess, getting food. So, how do you get stone? Simple. Just throw that in and let it cook up. And then you get do I have... Yes, I have enough rocks. Throw those there. Throw that there. That there. I want to test something. Yep. I can actually combine, or I can use cobble to make more stones if I'm ever running low. So how do I make a fire pit? Okay. Grab twine, that there. And now I have 2 more achievements. So, I think I'm going to extend the roof. Let me guess. Yep. Hello. Oh, hi, Mr. Piranha. Hi, Mr. Piranha. Anyways. So, now that the sun is up, I'm gonna start getting fluid bladders. Well, a fluid bladder specifically so I can get so I can start getting leather. Which, as you could tell, make quite a few things. But something I also want to make, or at the very least start getting, is food. So yes, I am going to get this zombie down for its rotten flesh. Got sawdust, some bone, but no rotten flesh. Yippee. Now, This is gonna pain me, but horse meat is also here. So, and it actually gives a lot of hunger. I'm sorry, buddy. So now I have horse pelt and horse meat. Okay. So I'm gonna go and head back in my home and put my grill to use. As you know, eating raw meat is not a good idea. And as such, I'm penalized for it. I'm gonna put in that, and I'm gonna make a work blade, which takes a bit. I say that if it was for the fact that I already have flint. And that's the main thing aside from twine, which I may be low, which I'm definitely low on. Ah, goody. Got some horse meat, and it gives me a lot. Put the pork chops in. I'm going to plant this. Yep. Make thatching and use that to make a bed, or at least a sleeping bag. Now, gonna go get some more fiber, because once I do, then I'll be able to start like a work blade. Okay, that is enough. Okay, so let us make a work blade, which quite useful. And then Gothland work blade. Eat some pork to celebrate, and let's condense my inventory a bit because I could turn the pelts into hide. Yeah, just from those three pelts, I got 10 raw hide, which eventually becomes leather. So, and yep, I can pick up the squid because of carry-on. Thank you. So I'm going to you there so I can start critting you. Now, this is the fluid bladder. And I need a grindstone. So, time to cook some stone. So I'm going to, yeah. And just a quick check. Oh, that's actually part of Zone Zero. Goody. Okay, yeah, it is center. Okay. Actually, that's it. I can get that. And yeah, it sounds weird, but a backpack is a much better storage than a chest. Okay. So yeah, this mod pack is a lot of waiting, as you can tell. But with the grindstone, I can get brown. Well, I need orange and black. Which black is why I got a lotus. Grab that. Gonna go find this, because one of the biggest things that I keep forgetting about is shields exist. I'm gonna go get a stone shield, but it takes a bit to get. If I remember correctly, it is 6. Perfect. Oh, 7. Oops. Okay. Once I get the shield, then I'll start going and looking for flowers. Either red and yellow or orange. Both work. Okay, that's the last bit of stone I need. My shield. That there. And now I can protect myself. Because I have nothing better to do, might as well, especially since I'm going to need mob drops, especially bone. red, and now I need yellow. That there. And yellow. Goody. That is a note for me, Chief. Yeah, I think I have everything I need to make a... Yeah, to make a bit of... make a fluid bladder. Which means I can actually start making leather. Turn that into brown. And then it is 2 brown, 1 ink sac, and then I think I need 1 more bit of fiber, which is lovely. Yep. Okay. But once I start... Actually, I'm going to quickly check any sand. Yep, right there. Goody. Not sand, salt. But once I get everything ready to start making leather, let's just say I'm using an older version. The reason why is that for some reason the stuff required to... Oop! Down doggy. Down doggy. Hell. Goody. Yeah, you also can't make leather armor. The only bits that you can get are from the zombies wearing leather armor, but instead you can get wolf pelt. Turn that into an armor. Which is lovely. Okay, so... now I have a fluid bladder. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a lot of drying racks. I can combine those to make some of these. I could throw the there, and if I remember correctly, okay, so it is raw. Okay, it was just later versions where it has to be cooked first and it can be made into jerky. But while I'm debating that, I'm gonna turn the rest of my wood into some more. So I'm going to turn those into birch, and now with the I think sun's about to rise. Yep. I'm gonna start working on getting leather. Now I need just 10 to start. But while we're getting daylight, I'm gonna get some more trees. Because I need 6 logs. Actually, 5. Okay, so this is gonna be fun. Because I gotta think about what to actually use space-wise. Because, you know, I don't have any. Now, I could make a chest. Chest is the smartest plan, but I don't do the smartest things. That's my charm. So I'm gonna start working on getting salting the hide. Oh no. I thought that this was an infinite water source. Oh, that's annoying. Anyways, I'm just gonna... Now, one of the annoying things with an earlier version of this mod, or with a later version of this mod, is that for some reason, the hide does not dry. But there isn't another way to get hide, so I'll just normally, well, slash give. So. Now, we should have some monster jerky. No, we do not. I'm just gonna take that, and right now, I want to see if I can make something like a sign. Yes, I can. Goody. And it is part of Stage 0. That's the important part. Okay, good. So it does make 3. Perfect. There we go. A simple solution is to just not see it as a problem. Insert unoriginal joke. So I can just... There we go. Much better. Now, there isn't anything for doors. So yeah, I think I am actually going to make a chest. Okay, so while that is working, I'm actually gonna throw these saplings in this chest as well. So I need 5. Yeah. So I just need to be... take down another tree. And should be able to do it. Okay, so combine those and you get bark and stripped wood. Now this was before they actually added stripped logs into the game, so this is much thinner. Good for pillars, but not really good for anything else. But you can also turn them into planks. But for now, I'm just going to turn it into a simple, beacon. Basically, so it's easier to see my base. Okay, so put the bark in the grinder. And for each bit of bark, I get 2 bits of resin. Now, a mod that I really wish I had on by default is, what am I looking at? Yeah, I can't actually get past this stage. So I really gotta find out what in the world makes we progress. Because if it's just a get every achievement here, that'll be annoying. Okay. Actually, I do need more. Of these. I'm gonna break these down first. Because the more the merrier, as they say. Okay, so now I have all those drying. And I think here I'm gonna start putting in food. Mainly raw flesh. Because monster jerky is a surprisingly good food source. But yeah, this takes, I believe, 2 minutes to dry. But I'm not going to turn the wild dog pelt into into hide, because I could use those to make, wait, leather boots? I can make standard leather armor. Okay.
You've been talking about patience, hoping for everlasting. You're known for talking crazy. I know it's infatuation. You know I feel inside. You know what is real and I.
Okay, while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna start flaking this. Actually, no, I think I can just grind this one down, and I can get what I want. Yep, flake bone.
Just let me be.
Now, I just need one more bit of oak or birch. Anything works. And then I can make a nature compass.
I hope you don't feel no way. I hope you don't make the same mistakes when you blow the flame. You're kind of obsessive to me. You're kind of too strong on your feet. I can't say that I guarantee, but I know what you mean to me. For real, the deal. So please set me
And now I have a nature's compass. Which, yes, is really good. But I can only use it to, only for these. Which sucks. So... I have to check something. Yeah, it takes 2 minutes to turn it into dried. I just put that back up. That takes 5 minutes. So I'm going to reset all of those. And I'm gonna head to the bathroom. Okay.
Boss says, man,